This conference will now be recorded.
So today's topic would be make to order. Okay, so we have done make to stock. We have seen strategy 10, 11 and 40. And today we are supposed to start with 20, and if we get some time, we'll cover a little bit of 50 as well. Okay. So this make to stock strategy number 20 is completely dependent upon my sales order. So in my previous strategy, what we have seen that our work starts from the demand, right? We are able to enter some forecast and then MRP runs, and then MRP will behave in your strategy's configuration. Okay. In 10, there was no sales order consideration. In 11, it was gross requirement planning. In 40, we have seen sales orders are consuming my PIRs, right? After we enter the sales order. So these are different characteristics of different strategies. Okay. So what is the characteristic of 20? So 20 is purely make to order. To start my manufacturing, I should have a sales order. Then only I can kick off my manufacturing. Else I cannot do that, because I will not be able to enter my PIRs. Okay. So if I say that, if I cannot enter my PIRs, where can I see that? Okay. So I can go to my configuration once again. We have seen in the past. So we'll go to the production. Go to production planning, demand management. Go to plan independent requirements, and then planning strategy. So once you go to define strategy here, if you open this, okay, here you see this particular independent requirement field is completely blank. Okay, so this is the reason I will not be able to enter any demand or any forecast using my maintain PIR tiles or MD61 screen. Okay, so what will happen? Will system give me some issue, or will system stop me? That we need to see. Okay, I know there will be an error. So for your information, we'll try to maintain and see what happens. And when you notice my other strategies, if I compare it with 10, then I have my independent requirements. And we have seen this in the past when we entered a material which was having strategy 10, it was giving LSF, right? Similar to that, you have seen BSF here in strategy 11. And then we have used strategy number 40. We have seen VSF in yesterday's class, and in upcoming classes we will also see VSE. Okay, though strategy 50 falls under MTO, make to order, but here there is slightly change that I can enter my requirement or I can enter my forecast. Okay, but there will be again a small catch. Even if I enter my forecast, will I be able to start my manufacturing or not? That we need to see when we are doing strategy number 50. Okay, there is some information which is additional to my strategy 50 that I'll share it with you. So let us go ahead and see strategy number 20 first. We go back to my PIRs. Okay, and if I go to this create PIR, okay, first of all, we have used a material which was FERT-MTS-40. Okay, similar to that, we have a dedicated material to 20, and we also have a dedicated material for 50. Okay, so if you want to use, you can always copy that material and you can create your own, or you can create your own material and use strategy number 20. So we'll go through the material first. Okay, change material. Here I have FERT-MTO. Ideally it should be dash. So here two things pop up for me. First we will go with 20. Okay, click on continue. and we are going to choose. So sales view, obviously we need to use because we will be creating some sales order on that. So that is obvious. We can choose right now. And then 3 views we are going to choose. MRP views, yes. Work scheduling view will be yes, because manufacturing or a production order will be created. And costing 1 and 2. You can do the costing run as well if you want to practice a little bit more on that. Okay, so description is also same as per my material code. Base unit is eaches, distribution channel, sorry, division is 00, which will be coming from my sales point of view. Basic data to blank, sales organization view, similar to the one which we have seen in the Scorpio. Okay, and there are no changes here. Organization to view, you are just giving your NORM as your item category, which is standard. Okay, standard item. You do not have anything else. Here we will be having this loading group. I have been telling this from day one. If I want to create my sales order, I should be having this. Okay, and net weight and gross weight, yes, you can maintain it. If you do not maintain it here during the sales order creation, it will ask you to enter a gross weight and net weight. Okay, so if you maintain it here, that particular step will be saved. Now we'll go to the MRP views, which is main from my PP point of view. Okay, so base unit of measure E, MRP type PD, and we have lot sizes as EX. Okay, which we have seen in the past. MRP2 view, we have procurement type E, which is in-house production, production storage location, and in-house time as 2 days. Okay, there is no backflush because this is my finished product, and I can use backflush for the materials which I need to issue to my product. Okay, so this is not getting issued, this will be goods receipt. So that's why a blank. Okay, and this will be also blank if this is a procured item. We are going to mention some planned delivery time by the vendor. Press enter. In MRP3 view, because this material belongs to strategy number 20, we have maintained 20 here. Okay, and there is no consumption mode, there is no forward or consumption indicator. Because we do not have the independent requirements here, which we want to consider either in past or either in the future. Okay, that's what we have discussed in strategy number 40. Availability check, yes, of course we need to have availability check, that's why we have maintained it. And then MRP4 view, in the raw materials we will have this individual and collective indicator, which I will explain you that why do we use it. Okay, and if we do not use, what will be the impact. Okay, here in the finished product it will not be used. In the raw material or the semi-finished product we can use it. Going to the work scheduling view, here we have production supervisor as MAN, which is from my previous batch, and production scheduling profile is also from the previous batch. Okay, so if you are creating your own material, you can also enter your production scheduling profile. Else I can also update this to ZALK, which we have created, and this will be ALK. I believe we have this. Yeah, the very first one. So I can update my production orders which we have used or which we have created for this particular batches. Okay, so this particular part we have not used yet, but just remind me, I will show you with strategy number 10, or we can do it with 20 as well, that how can I do my over delivery. Under delivery we know, okay, if I have order of 100 quantity and we are delivering 90 quantity, that means under delivery. Okay, what is over delivery? If I have created order of 100 and I want to do 110 or 105, then will system allow me or not, that we need to see. Okay, usually in standard it will allow if you maintain some percentage here. Okay, so I can maybe try this. 10% I will maintain, and we will try to do some over delivery. That is also possible. Accounting view, similar to what we have seen, and you will save it. So this material is saved. Now for the raw material, I have raw dash MTO dash 20. Okay, similar concept. It is available in 17.1c. So basic data 1, we have seen this in MTS 40 as well. Basic data 2, no entries. Go to the purchasing view. Here you have maintained the mandatory and the required entries. MRP1 view, you have PD and EX. You can also have a different lot sizing procedure like we have used in Scorpio. You can maintain as VB and HB. Okay, and then you can use FX, fixed lot size. Then you can maintain some fixed lot size. Those things you can also experiment. Backflash will be there. Like I mentioned, this particular material will be goods issued. That's why we have to maintain backflash, or if we want, we can do it manually as well. Planned delivery time, we can maintain some 5 days. This was a warning message. It won't stop you even if you do not maintain anything. So this we know strategy is coming from my finished product. That's why this is completely blank. Okay, this is maintained right now. I will remove it first. We will do one cycle without maintaining it, and then we will maintain it and see what are the changes. Okay, then I'll explain you exactly why do we need this. So we have saved. Abhishek has joined. He was supposed to join in the morning batch. Yeah, he's gone. Okay. Fine. So these are the two materials. Okay. So we need to verify that in my BOM that we can do from display bill of material. So my product is FERT-MTO-20. BOM usage is 1. Press enter. And here you can notice that material which we have just discussed is part of my BOM. Okay. So again, we have 1:1 ratio. Here I need one piece as my component. And if I go to my header data, I need one each. So for making one each, I need one piece of my raw material. Okay. And we'll go to the routing as well. Display routing. And here we have assembly 1 and assembly 2, and we are using the control key which is having auto gr and milestone. Okay, so here we can only confirm my last operation, and my preceding operation will also get confirmed. Okay, go back, and now I told you that we cannot enter the PIRs, so we have to confirm that. Okay, what will happen if I try to enter my PIRs on this? So this is my material, this is my plant, version is active. Let's say continue. And then here you get an error. So strategy 20 hence proved does not allow to enter your PIRs, and this is one of the again important interview question that interviewer will try to misguide you. Okay, so he will say that I'm using strategy number 20 and I'm trying to enter my PIRs. Okay, however, I'm getting some issue. All right, so we as a proactive consultant should say that strategy number 20 first of all does not allow you to enter the PIRs. So the panel will definitely ask you this question, why it cannot allow me, right? So we have to go back to the configuration and relate my answer. So we can say that if you go to the configuration of the strategy, you can see the independent requirement class and the requirement type is not maintained. That's the reason it will not allow you to enter. So here what you are proving that you know the configuration and you know the business. That's the reason it will not allow you. Okay, we are just not saying that I know it will not allow, but I do not know the reason. So you have to prove it with your reason. Okay, because of my configuration, it does not allow me to enter the PIR. That then he or she will understand, yes, you know the system. So once this is proved, then how do I start my manufacturing? First of all, we have to go and see the MD04 if there is any already existing data or not. So this is my material, press enter, and okay, there is some stock, that is fine, and there is no data, there is no PIR because we cannot enter, there is no existing sales order. Okay, so it is a clear material for me for my practice. Now what I shall do, if I want to manufacture using MTO, make to order, then I need a sales order, I told you. So we'll create a sales order first. Okay, so create sales order VA01. I have a tile. Similar details will go, it will not differ from MTS or MTO, at least in the demo system. Okay, in real system it may be a little bit different for the order type, but here you can use the same details. Sold to party 1710, and then domestic customer we can use, which we have been using. Copy this, and then here you can put a text, test for strategy 20. Okay, and then go down and then give your material code FPRT-MTO-20, and you're sending order 100. Okay, so one thing again I would like to mention here. So here you see I have 150 quantity. In the past, what we have seen that I will I had 0 quantities in my stock. I entered my PIR. I have converted that PIR after running MRP. We got plan orders. Plan orders were converted to a production order. We have done the confirmation, and then we get a stock in the unrestricted use, and then we sell it. When we create a sales order, do a delivery, my stock from the unrestricted use gets reduced, right? This is what we have seen. So if I'm creating a sales order right now, that means if I run MRP, it should not give me any order because I do have 150 quantity here, right? My system has enough quantity for this particular material. But let us see what will happen. Will it create me a plan order or will it not? Okay, that is something we need to see. So it is giving me a delivery proposal date and a delivery date. In strategy 40, it was not giving me, right? After only manufacturing and getting the stock, I came again and then we have done this step. So I can say choose the complete delivery date, and it will go, if you double click here, it will go in my schedule lines. Okay, and that date we can see here. So it will confirm me 11/8, and you can give 100 quantity to that particular customer. One thing which we know we need to maintain is conditions. PPR00 will be missing, that is default. I will see if I can make this config correct. So I'm saying $100 is my USD for one FIORI product. Okay, so here you can give any numbers. We are not bothered about the costing part right now, but how it behaves. Click on save. Order number 4664 is saved. You come here and refresh your screen. Okay, so one thing you will notice which is extra or additional to my previous strategies, which is this customer, and ST means customer stock. So I did mention yesterday when I got two planned orders, one for sales order and one for my PIR, 50-50 quantity each, right? I showed you that if I go in that particular planned order and I go to assignment, I do not see a customer mapping there, customer order mapping there. But if we do an MRP run, system will give me again a plan order, and that will have a mapping. Okay, so how that will differ and how it will change my process, then we have to see that in after running MRP. But if you open this, it will say customer stock. Okay, customer stock is 0, and here we have unrestricted stock. Let us run MRP and see how my system is behaving. Will it create or not? So I have MRP live. Raw material, okay, let me see. Raw material screen also, if we see, it may reflect after my MRP run, but let us just verify. So here also I have 240 stock. Okay, nothing. Let me refresh. Still nothing. Okay, we will run MRP and come back here. All BOM components, scheduling 1, planning mode 1, and then we will execute. Okay, once this is done, we will go with the raw material first, as this is already open. If I refresh, what happened just now? Okay, so this customer order which is created for my finished product also gives a demand to my raw material, right? And in my previous MTS strategies, make to stock strategies, what happened? If I have enough stock, then I will not get a dependent requirements, or I will not get my purchase requisitions. Easily I can give this particular customer from my stock. I will use this raw material in my manufacturing order, okay, or production order. But here what happened? It gave me a separator that it is looking for a customer stock. It is having a dependent requirement from my FIORI, and it is creating a new purchase requisition, which is dedicated to only one customer order. This everything is happening dedicated to this customer order, though I have enough stock. So what is getting proved here? If I'm using MTO strategy, especially 20, okay, I cannot use my existing stock. That is one statement, but that statement can be also overwritten and I can still use it, but we need to do something additional to this, okay, which I'll tell you. If client says, what will happen to my 240 stock, right? And this could be my business scenario very easily. that I have already some existing stock. Now I'm using strategy 20 for this particular material. Why my system is planning everything for that dedicated order? How can I use this existing stock? Then definitely we have an answer which I'll explain you right now. But let us go in my FIORI. Refresh. And here if you notice, I'm getting one plan order of 100 quantity and my existing stock again is not used. I have 150 quantity. My sales requirement is only 100. I can easily give it from my existing stock. But when you use strategy 20, it wants a dedicated customer stock and it ignores your existing stock in the unrestricted use. Okay. And this plan order. Yesterday I showed you assignment tab. Let us see once again today. If you go to assignment, here you can see this thing is now filled up with my sales order reference. So this particular plan order, when further converted to a production order, is manufacturing only for that particular customer because he has given the requirement. He has created a sales order. Okay. So what will happen if I get a customer order number B? Suppose you have customer A and customer B. Customer A is a less priority customer to you, okay, or not a VIP customer to you, but he has given an order first. Suppose this actually requirement is from sales, but it's a good to know information from PP point of view. Customer B also gives you a requirement just after another, like day after A has given, okay, or very next day. Let us say that next day or 2 days later, customer B also gives you requirement, which is a VIP customer. What will happen? You do not want to disappoint your VIP customer because he is giving you more business. Then this particular order is also tied up. You cannot give the customer B customer A stock. What could be done? Okay, we cannot say I cannot give you in advance because I am making a less priority customer stock. Okay, that could not be my case. I want to make B happy first. So we'll see all those scenarios. Just I wanted to build scenarios what exactly we are going to cover. First of all, let us convert this order. Go to production order. It will have missing parts. Okay. So this is under CRTD mode. If I go to my components, I see my raw material, and if I scroll towards my right little bit, here you can see the special stock indicator is there and I am having one. Okay. So what this special stock indicator is looking after, it is looking after the customer stock, which I showed you. I can use this particular screen also. MD04, go to raw material. And it is looking for a stock here with special indicator in my production order. Okay, what will happen if I remove this? If I make it as a blank and if I open the screen, then it is looking for a plant stock. If I remove this, instead of one, it is now looking at a unrestricted stock. Okay, I'll go to my order header once again and do availability check. Now what do you notice? All materials in my order are available. It just gave you a missing part list, right? And what did I do? I removed that special indicator from my order, from this particular screen. And then what is happening? System is looking into this 240 stock. Okay, you have enough stock that can be used in this particular order if I remove this indicator. So from where this indicator is coming up? I do not want this indicator. Customer will be, or your client will say, or your end user will say, now can you make this a default entry as blank. Okay, I do not want to use my customer stock. I want to first finish off this 240 quantity. Okay, so yes, this is possible with the collective indicator which I showed you earlier. Okay, so that is exactly the use of my collective indicator. So I go to my change material master. So we have not saved our order. Okay, change material. So my material is raw material. Continue.